We are set to. Stepping into the box, John Birdie. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The left fielder, John Birdie.
Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
No doubt. One guy worth focusing on, El Toro, Pedro Alvarez. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in. And if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
The third baseman, Brian.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
There's a cold strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Fouled away. Ready with another 0-2. Another one sent foul. The 0-2 once more. A swing and a ground ball to third. Bodie fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Trevor Richards gets the ball for Miami in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, he's looking to bounce back for a little bit better of a performance than his last one. Pitched less than 5 innings in his last one. Was able to come away with a no decision. I think he and his team are expecting a lot more in this one.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they do come in off a victory last time out, but they've really hit the skids here recently. Losers of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, but let's not focus on that. They're 1-0. Last game they were able to get a W. Let's see if they continue that momentum today and start playing some consistent baseball.
And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Mark, what do you have on this group in front of the home crowd tonight?
Yeah, Matty, with
and a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with 1 away.
That's what you want the guys at the top of the order to do. Set the table for the monsters. 3, 4, 5. Nice piece of hit.
So coming to the plate, Anthony Rizzo, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. Liner toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Batting fourth, the shortstop.
Runners at the corners here with 1 gone in the inning. And into bat next, the versatile weapon Javier Baez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Slow roller down the third baseline. The tag gets 1, but he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Batting fifth.
Here's the young catcher Wilson Contreras. With 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series, he's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Richards has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that. Skied into straightaway right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. And a couple. Still no score. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time down, but in the strike zone. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again. Every time you're struggling, you look up, and it says 0-2. So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively.
The right fielder.
And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting.
This is hit high and deep out to left. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
Into the box now, Miguel Rojas. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Rojas is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0. You'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from. Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And it's fouled away. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears it. Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series. 0 for 8. First pitch on its way.
Schwarber.
He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Sierra patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
Batting 8, the second baseman,
At the plate, Addison Russell. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Sierra is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting 9.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the pitcher, Jose Quintana. Liner towards second. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
Boy, D-Roy, you're talking about frustrating as a pitcher. You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
Sierra's on his horse, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Quintana ignores his coach. He's chugging for home. And Hayward is in at third base. He's got himself a triple. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 2-0 ball game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Here's Chris Bryant now, a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But
there's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up.
Rizzo.
High in the air. Anderson just to the left of the mound. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. Stepping in, Brian Holiday. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Magneuris Sierra.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. Sierra is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a left-handed batter and thrower. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Marlins are still on the lookout for their first hit of the ball game. Hit back up the middle. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting 9. The pitcher, number 36, Trevor Richards.
Now batting, Trevor Richards. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the 3rd inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. Within the league, they rank among the leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. When asked about their offense, the players I talked with all brought up how multifaceted their talent is, saying they've got guys that can spray the ball around, guys that work counts and draw walks, and of course plenty of guys that can go deep in driving runs. Their numbers certainly confirm that, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
He's set, and the pitch. Line to the right side. But he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So 1 gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Matty.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber, his 2nd of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Now pitching.
Now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. And that's a base hit, 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This one's down to 3rd. Oh, but it's a wide throw to 2nd, and they can't get the out. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from 1st to 3rd on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. So here now's the pitcher, Jose Quintana. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a...
And the runner scores from 3rd as they extend their lead.
When you're up by 7 runs any time in a game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
First delivery to him on the way. Into right field, that's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from 3rd is in to score.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB, first pitch hacking, but he smoked that ball to mix in a ribby knock.
Well, he did. He must have had a pretty good plan of attack walking into that batter's box, and he had an idea of the pitch that he was going to get, and boy, he sure turned it loose and buggy whipped that one.
And Castro will put this one away for route number 2.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the 3rd. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Birdie sprinting after it. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Coming to the plate now, John Birdie back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Skied down the left field line. Schwarber over to his right. 1 out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Starlin Castro.
Here's Starlin Castro. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Third baseman, Brian Anderson.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Miami down in order. They're on. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Birdie is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Hey, this certainly wasn't the outing he was looking for when he left the bullpen while warming up. Too many pitches over the heart of the plate. 4 home runs. That's right. 4 home runs he allowed in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by, no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Ready with the 0-2. Hard liner to center field. Sierra is there. 2 gone. but he gets back in time, safe at second base. Now to the plate, David Bodie. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Ready with the 0-1. Liner towards second. Well, this will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the fifth.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
First baseman.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Bodie comes up with it. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away. First pitch on its way. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the fifth. First delivery to him on the way. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. No runs, no hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Behind 0-2 now. And he fouls this one off. Here comes another 0-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Another 0-2 coming. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. A bouncer to the left side. Baez gonna have to hurry, and the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. Here's Addison Russell.
Leading off for the Cubs, the second baseman.
First pitch on its way.
Russell.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Hit on the ground toward the left. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
The pitcher, number 62.
You know, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
Stepping in now, Jose Quintana, as he tries to go out and get the slider, but it's not there. It's strike one. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Russell gets his lead at first. Nobody out. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Sierra is after it. He's there and records the first out. The relay throw, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Now batting, center
back
fielder.
to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. Here comes the first pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. And he'll ensure that this ball stays foul, and a smart play, as that would have been a base hit if it had come back. Here comes the 0-1. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Line drive to center field. Sierra is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Chris Bryant. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up?
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs as it remains an 8-0 ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian Holiday. He's tasked with starting the Marlins 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Fouled away.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
The center field.
Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy.
Gloved by Russell. Russell with a great stop. Oh, but he beats it out. Nearly kept the perfect game alive, but that one enters the books as a base hit, their first of the game. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Into the box, John Verdi. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and then digging in, Anthony Rizzo. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Anthony Rizzo.
Line hard to center field. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double. So a line drive double here has him in business to start the inning. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster. Line toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. Rizzo rounds the corner and is headed home. He'll score easily as they extend their lead even further.
Dan, back-to-back pitches, double, then single, ambush tactics.
Boy, I tell you what, they're swinging the bats early. You have a double, then an RBI single to drive them in. Potential for a real big inning here.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 3rd home run for him on the year as they just continue to pour it on here.
Up next for the Cubs,
Kyle Schwarber will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. 3 runs already home here. That's lifted the other way out to left. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
The third baseman, number 13, David Bodie.
Stepping up now, David Bodie. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
O'Brien giving chase. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
The batter.
Settling in now, Addison Russell. 3 runs already home and a potential fourth standing at third base. First offering on its way. Lifted in the air out to center field. And he can't track it down as this ball falls. And not in time as the run scores.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
0-1 count and the pitch. And he couldn't get on top of it as this has popped up behind shortstop. Rojas ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jason Hayward. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Sierra ranging back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Russell rounds third and is digging for the plate, and he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Digging in, Starlin Castro. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. 0-1 the count.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
And the throw is wide as it pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Anderson.
No balls and a strike to count. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Anderson carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. Count now a ball and a strike. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
The first baseman.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem, and what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, how about 100%? Can't get any better than that.
And he struck him out, so double digits now, 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. On its way is pitch number 75. And the curveball's in there, so he's quickly behind 0-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you as a hitter, if you get
threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Miami. Still looking up at a 13-0 score. Caleb Smith comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Smith.
Digging in and looking for more, Anthony Rizzo. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame.
Anthony Rizzo.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Birdie racing back into the basket, and it's gone. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
The shortstop.
Yeah, Matty V. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
Wilson Contreras.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Wilson Contreras, 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
Now batting, left fielder.
Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber. 2 home runs and a double to his credit thus far. Having quite the game. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. O'Brien racing back, and it's gone as they add still another.
Wow, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
In now, David Bodie leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side. Coming to the plate now, Miguel Rojas. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Schwarber, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The batter, the catcher.
Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. First pitch coming. Here it is. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. No runs, just 1 hit, and 2 errors thus far on the Miami line score. Behind 0-2 now. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And this is going to be a fair ball heading out toward the 355 sign on the ivy. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, the pitcher can't really worry about that one. I mean, it was only their second hit of the game, so he's doing a lot of things right. Let's see if he can leave him out there now.
Stepping in now, Magneuris Sierra. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Hayward is there, 2 gone. Neil Walker will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Pinch hitting for Miami, number 18, Neil.
The 0-1 on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Austin Bryce enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Bryce.
Now at the plate, Addison Russell. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed
62.
staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Quintana. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Up next for the Cubs.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jason Hayward. And he'll complete the cycle if he can blast one over the wall here. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. On to second goes Hayward. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Into the box, Chris Bryant. Line drive to center field. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in John Birdie, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And it's 1-2.
1-2.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player after coming off a...
Oh, and he misses it. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
13, second baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him, and it's fouled away. Birdie, the runner at third with no outs. Pops this one up. Rizzo in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Castro is retired, and there's one away.
Now batting, third baseman.
Here comes the first pitch.
Anderson.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. In now is Pedro Alvarez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
1-1 now the count to the Marlins first baseman. A man on third with 2 down. Popped him up. Bodie is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable